What's up, everybody? Monica here. Another tune in here to the Monica Brant Show, and I've got some really awesome news. I'm going to be at the Arnold Classic. Woo! So excited, and it's just a week away. So I have some really great guests that I want to bring in and talk about the Arnolds. So without any further ado, my first guests are coming in from Vegas, and I will be joining them at the Arnold Education event held at the Arnold's. So I can't wait to share what that's all about and the wonderful people that are putting this on. So let's hear it for 𝗬𝗚cie𝘂𝘁𝘂𝗯𝗲 and Michael 𝗬𝗚cie.
Yay! Hey, Monica, how are you?
Hi, Monica.
Hi, guys. So good to see you both. And
good to see you too.
Thank you for taking time to join me here and share about what we're doing at the Arnold and what you guys are doing, because it's a really big event. So
real excited.
Yeah, so before all of that, let's talk about who you guys are and what Dominate Your Game is all about.
Okay.
𝗬𝗚cie, you want to go first? Or Michael?
Go ahead, 𝗬𝗚cie.
Okay, so I'm 𝗬𝗚cie𝘂𝘁𝘂𝗯𝗲. I am also domination dietitian, so that's kind of, if you ever want to look for cool recipes and stuff, that's where you can find me. But I am the lead sports dietitian for Dominate Your Game. So I do all the nutrition programming and things like that. So we love seeing all of our athletes and things like that at Dominate Your Game. I'll let Michael explain a little bit more about what we do, but that's who I am and what I do there.
Well, I'm excited to see you, just a week away. All right, Michael, why don't you share a little bit more about Dominate Your Game and your activity with that and how that came about?
All right. So it's called Dominate Your Game. We're based in Las Vegas, and we've been around for about 15 years. And we focus primarily on the research and improvement of professional Tier 1 level athletes. And so anything from performance to research to rehabilitation, full rehabilitation, stuff like that. We have teams at our different departments that take care of all of our athletes and all of our clients that we have. And basically we have like a rehab team, a nutrition team, a performance team. And we focus strictly on getting people better, whether it's for rehab or improvement of performance, whatever the case may be. We've done research here. We have published research as well, which is kind of what my big thing is that I do here. But we're a private place. We don't, we keep our clients. It's very, very discreet with who our clients are and what we do here. And we. What I do is I'm the lead researcher, so I'm in charge of all the research and the testing here at the office, and so we can, take athletes, their people, and do VO2 maxes and do body compositions and do all these different types of testing, and that's what I do. And so one of the things that we have in our background is obviously our education, and we present at lectures and conferences around the country. And so that's kind of how we end up going into the Arnold, was because of that background. So
cool, very cool. What is your background, Michael, as far as how did you get to this place? Because it sounds like you've got a lot of education behind you too.
Well, I started out my original sport. I played baseball, and I was a catcher, and I also competed in powerlifting. And so while I was still in school, I started my bachelor's degree in physics. And it was, I noticed a lot of connection between physics and human movement. And so I became fascinated with that, ended up getting my master's in exercise science and have my PhD in biomechanics. And basically that's all it is I analyze human movement using physics. And people think it makes sound complicated. It's really not, because humans by nature, we're machines. And so, all of our joints and our hinges and our muscles are pulleys, and basically it all functions that way. And so it's a fascinating way of approaching things. And so I got involved with it that way. And I just started working with people, working with athletes, trying to test them, make them better, try to see why they're able to do what they do. Some of the things that we see in some of these sporting events and, the Olympics and stuff like that. And, you see like, my God, how do they do stuff like that? It's just amazing. How does any human body do that? And so that's what we do. We answer those questions on how somebody can jump so high or lift so much weight or punch so hard or run so fast. And that's what we do here. And it's nice because we're a private facility. So we have all the capacities of university research, but without the bureaucracy. So because we're private. So we don't have the funding issues. We don't have to worry about grants or making certain people happy or anything like that. And so it's a lot more free, a lot more open, and it allows us to have that capability of doing what needs to be done.
That's awesome. How long have you had Dominate Your Dream? How long have you been in business?
About 15 years.
Wow. Okay.
About 15 years. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
No,
it sounds
actually,
like you.
longer than that. I just realized 2022. Yeah, it's 17 years.
There you go.
Oh, that's right. It is.
Wow.
That's right.
I'm still
2005.
stuck in 2020.
Move forward. Move forward. Walk into the future.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, so do you remember your first client?
Yes, actually, I do.
Was
and
it an athlete?
Yes, it was an athlete, and it's really kind of funny because he was at the time a high school football player, and I helped him. I worked with him then. He ended up getting a full ride scholarship to a major university. Got drafted, and I kept working with him. We stayed in contact, and got drafted into the NFL. And he now has a Super Bowl ring. So that's kind of
cool.
It is really neat. It is really neat to be able to say
that is amazing. Do you have that as a testimonial somewhere written down and picture with and all that?
No, we don't do that.
We don't
ask for like testimonials from our clients. Like I said, we're very discreet with our clientele. And that precedes us. That's our reputation. That's why people come to us.
Okay.
They know that they can come here and not worry about us taking selfies with them, and then posting them on our social media. It's a big.
Are proud of the work you've done too, and
completely.
So I don't see anything wrong with asking for a testimonial. I mean, I've had all of my coaches ask for testimonials here or there, or take a picture, and it doesn't have to be about a bragging thing, but it's just like, hey, this is cool.
Well, we do have pictures, and they're in a safe and private place, and we have like inside our training area, we have pictures and posters, autographed jerseys. I have an autographed hockey helmet and a goalie helmet, stuff like that our clients voluntarily give us. We don't ask for, and we'll put those up. We have them out in our facility that people, and those we'll put out there because they give them to us. They feel like they want to, and we'll take them, but
we love that.
it's a neat feeling. I'll tell you what, Monica, it's really a neat feeling to work with somebody and they end up getting an Olympic gold medal, or we see them win the Super Bowl on TV and stuff like that. It's a mind-blowing experience every single time it happens. It's not just the first few times.
Well, this is so exciting, and I'm so thankful to get to know you guys and just work with you. And this is really a special event. And so let's talk a little bit about the Arnold. And I guess next time I come to Vegas, I'm going to come get a workout. Y'all are going to kick my butt somewhere.
Oh,
and
yeah.
See all your stuff in your training facility. Just real quick, how big is your facility? Like, it's in Vegas, right?
Yes, it's in Vegas. It's 4,500 square feet.
That's
and
nice.
So like I said, we have our training area. We have our whole research and testing area. We have a rehab area. We have a nutrition area, and those are all part of it. And
I love it.
It is great. It is great.
That's awesome. And now you guys have, before we talk about the Arnold, y'all have stepped into working with more of the fitness and bodybuilding community now too, right? Not just professional athletes outside.
Yeah, absolutely. We've always had those clientele. It's just recently, in the last couple of years, we really started picking up more and more of them have started coming to us. Particularly, we have some of the pros that we worked with, but we started getting a lot more amateurs have gotten into it since the pandemic lockdown, people got stuck in their garages, and they started hiring people that, they take their money and don't do anything. And so they find us, they say, hey, you guys are professionals, can you help us? And we do. And so we started a program, actually 𝗬𝗚cie did, along with our sports medicine director, Cindy. They started a program called 𝗬𝗚cie 𝘂𝘂𝗯𝗲, and it's strictly for helping physique athletes get ready for whatever type of show they're going to be competing in. So it's actually really neat.
Yeah, we put together that program because I think a lot of, we don't ever try to be, we're a group of people, which is really kind of an interesting dynamic. A lot of coaches like to be everything to their athlete, where we try to be really good at what we do as an individual so that our athletes have a team of people. And when you're looking at, especially like amateur physique, a lot of women out there finding coaches, and they're getting hurt, and it's an unhealthy, they kind of are not in very healthy. So we want to make sure out there, good info and helping people, like, yes, we can make your physique goals, you can look great, you get on stage if you want to, and really do things the right way for people and have a team around them. So we know who to ask questions to, and really help them in the right way. So that's kind of why we put together that whole program, because we want to make sure we're, putting out the best info and getting people the best results they want to get.
That's awesome. I love the team aspect because it makes people feel like family. It makes people feel like, they've got a really solid group, so no matter what they need. And I understand, it's hard as a coach sometimes, your client wants you to do everything, and it's like, they are separate. There are separate training and nutrition, posing, tanning, like hair, makeup, everything's separate. But that's awesome. I'm so excited to get to come see your place sometime. So next time I'm in Vegas, I'm actually going to get a workout in and see what you got going on there. But let's talk about the Arnold Education, because this is a big event, and it's at the Arnold, and it's actually part of the Arnold. It's not, something separate. And I think it's really exciting what you're doing, and I get to be involved. So what can people expect, and let's talk about your just the event, all 3 days. Like, what can people expect during Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Okay. Well, like I mentioned before, because of our background, the Arnold contacted us a few years ago, and they said that they were looking at expanding and bringing in an education component to the expo. And a lot of the major fitness conventions in the industry right now have education components to them, and they're getting bigger. It's like the expos seem to be getting smaller, and the education stuff seems to be getting bigger. And so because of our background and experience stuff, they asked us to do it. And so we put it together, and we started out primarily wanting to offer attendees information on performance, on nutrition, on rehabilitation, but we want to be able to give them something that's a take-home, whether they're a clinician or a physician, somebody like a chiropractor or an MD, which we have them attend us our functions, all the way to somebody who's maybe just a husband and wife who want to deal with their health and wellness, and we have them as well. And so we want to be able to offer all of this stuff that's research-based but applicable in real life, and that they have a take-home, something that they can take home and use either for themselves or for their clients or their athletes. And so that's how it started. And we offer workshops that are either seminars where people get up and just talk like a lecture. And then we have another room that's dedicated strictly to hands-on practicals, where they can actually get down and dirty and practice and try stuff out with the workshop. And so that's really the nut of it is basically the whole the whole function of practicals and seminars and stuff like that. And so that's how it started. And then we started expanding a little bit more and more. We started making it a little bit more fun. One of our speakers suggested that we do a private social for the attendees. So we decided to offer a private mixer on Friday night. That's included with it. And then we also started doing more meet and greets with people in the industry. Last year, for example, we had 8-time Mr. Olympia, Ronnie Coleman, come and talk, and then he gave a great seminar, and then he did a book signing and picture taking. And what's really nice is that we're able to have these athletes and a small group of people, anywhere 100 to 120 people, and that's it. And it's a lot more personable. People get to ask them individual questions, take pictures, get an autograph. And so we're doing that as well this year. On Thursday evening, we're going to have Chef Rush, Andre Rush, who is an amazing chef within the industry. He was a chef for the last 4 presidents.
Yeah, 4 presidents.
And so he's going to be there doing a talk. Then we're also going to have this amazing organization called Stay Safe Foundation, which they use fitness and health and wellness to help public servants deal with PTSD. So whether they're police or fire or military, they're going to do a workshop with Frank Shamrock, former UFC champion, who will also do a meet and greet as well. And that's all Thursday. And then we break into the fun stuff, the big fun stuff on Friday. We're going to have a roundtable with some amazing experts on TRT, and we're going to have industry lawyer Rick Collins, Dr. George Toliatos, Dr. Eric Serrano, and Don King, and they are experts in this industry, and it's a big roundtable. And then we have a lot of other workshops in between. Rock Tape's going to be there doing a hands-on practical for kinesiology taping, another one on resistance band flossing, and these are all included. It's all just all part of it, and we're looking forward to it. I think personally, this is the best lineup we've had in our 3 years doing it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
That does sound like a lot of fun. So I personally am really excited about meeting Chef Rush. I saw his stuff, months ago, and I thought that would be really cool to meet him and have a chance to talk to him and get a picture with him. So maybe I have a little bit of a star thing going on, but I'm so excited.
That's easy.
Yeah. How did y'all get in touch with him? Is he a client?
Well, Lacey, go ahead and do it because you dealt more with this than I did.
So one of our sponsors, so thankful for Frontline Alternative. They're one of our sponsors of the event this year. They have put us into contact with a few people that they work with, and so we're really excited to, we all just kind of connected. So I can definitely thank them for getting some contacts for us in that regard. And Chef Rush, he has a book coming out, so he's excited to kind of talk about that and his work with military as well. He does a lot with veterans as well, so he's pretty psyched to talk about those types of things. So
okay,
yeah.
So fun. And Ken Shamrock.
Yeah.
Frank
Shamrock.
Wait, who is Ken Shamrock? Why am I getting?
It's his brother.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I'm like, I've heard both names. Okay,
Yeah.
Frank is coming. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a blast. I'm so thankful I get to be with you guys, and I'm looking forward to being involved. And maybe just in case somebody's listening that doesn't know what TRT is, can you tell what that is?
Sure. It's testosterone replacement therapy. And so basically, as the research has improved and medical understanding has gotten better, there's a lot of questions for people who supplement under doctor's order, under medical care. They supplement with testosterone, and it's kind of it's a lot of stigma stuck with it, a lot of questions with it. And that's what we want to do. We wanted to bring that to the foreground so people understand that there's purpose behind it, there's legitimate use behind it, and it's a medical necessity, and what can be expected, what can be used, and stuff like that. And so that's just testosterone replacement therapy under the care of a physician.
That's perfect because, as we get older, our hormones decide they don't want to work and show up as much,
they
right?
Don't participate anymore.
Right. I mean, we all gonna walk through that at some point. So it's great information. And I think that's a really important one for women too. Like, it's not just for men, it's for women too. And I agree that the stigma, has been around like, oh, testosterone, but it's like, hey, God gave us testosterone, and as we age, we just lose all these hormones, unfortunately, a little at a time. So that's great. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited to be there with you guys. This is going to be fun for me. It's my 21st time to be at the Arnold, and
oh my goodness,
I know, like, yeah, I don't think I've been there since 2017. So this will be fun to make a comeback and be with you guys and set everything up. And so I'm looking forward to interviewing people. Is there anything else you want to share? I know we have a link that we can share with how people can still register. They register up till when?
This Friday is pre-registration, and after that, it can be done on site starting on Thursday. But of course, there's going to be a price change. But the best time is to register prior to the end of this Friday. They can go to arnoldeducation.com and click on the Get Tickets button. And it's really great because it comes with a lot of stuff, not just the conference. You get, when you buy them ahead of time, when you buy them this week, you get the conference, you get your expo passes, you get tickets to the Sunday showcase with Arnold. You get a lot of stuff that comes with it. And the way they're doing tickets this time, as it was explained to me, is basically everything's going to be on your phone. So you just scan as you go in all the different places and different things. And instead of having to worry about handing all these tickets out and everything like that. So it's supposed to be really streamlined. It's supposed to be really nice. And like I said, we're looking forward to it. So we're so happy and so grateful that you're going to be there, Monica. I mean, it's this is just going to be like how it all just kind of came together. It just blows my mind.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm excited.
We have to say thanks to Alex because he and I reconnected a few months ago, and we've just kind of been keeping in touch. And when he knew I was coming to Vegas, he's like, "You need to meet my friends, Michael and Lacey." And so this is really cool how it's evolved. And I know that hopefully we'll get Alex back to come do something with us sometime too. So
absolutely,
yeah, we'll have to send him a chariot or something, and something to make him come out. But we'll get there eventually. Thank you guys so much. This has been awesome, and I will be seeing you guys next week.
Can you believe it?
Wednesday, I get in at noon. What time do you guys get in?
We get in really late Wednesday. I think it was at midnight.
Yeah, we fly in at midnight on Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll be in touch before that. Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. Safe travels. I always tell people to sit still when you're flying because, when people say, "Oh, have a safe flight," and I'm like, well, how do I have a safe flight? It's up to the flight and everything else.
What can I do about it?
So what I always say, this is my thing for years. I said, well, I'll sit still and not bother the flight attendants and the so y'all guys sit still, and we'll see you in Vegas.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you, Monica.
Thanks again, Monica.
See you soon. Bye, guys.